Okay, so now we have installed Bruteforce, we've assigned it to my machine, and changed the region. But it's a save number 2, and I've got 12 saves on my machine. You may have hundreds. It depends how much you play Skyrim. This is a fresh install for me. I don't use this machine all that much anymore. I would like it to last forever. I pull it apart and clean it probably nearly as often as I play it these days. Anyhow, I've got to change the save directory allocation, like the save slot I call it. So what you need to do is first go to your desktop, to your computer, and we'll close that so we don't need that anymore. Sorry, I just thought to myself, I hope that window didn't get in the way of what I was doing in the last video. I'll go back and check it. I'll finish this one first. Anyhow, that's the 2 versions from where we changed region just before. So we got the American version and the Australian versions here. Well, Euro technically. Australia often has the same version as the Europeans. But as you can see here, it's Save Player 2. If I try to put that on my machine, it's going to overwrite one of my save games on my machine. I don't want that. So I need to go above number 12. So to get rid of the extra one, what I'm going to do is load that, and there we go. This is the save game that we want to change the 2 into something above 12, right? Very easy. Click on it again, decrypt it, click on it again. Oh, actually I don't know if you even need to for this step, but I like to between every step just to make sure nothing gets corrupted. Down here you've got the green window. At the top one is parameter.sfo. Double click on that and this will come up. You've got your title of your game. In this case he's in the open world because it says Skyrim. If you're inside a cell, it will tell you what cell you're in. Whatever location you're in, it'll tell you there. Here is the one we want. This is your save directory. It's telling you what game it is and what save slot, in my case I like to call it. So I've got 12. You might have, like, say 200, or yeah, who knows how many saves you've got. So we're just gonna, we've just got to make it higher than 12. I'll just do a 20, right? So you save that, and this will be the same save you've already got loaded. Just click on it and save, and yes, overwrite and replace it. And now that's 20, right? We can close that and click on that, and this is half done already. And then just make sure again you click on it, highlight it blue before you re-encrypt it. As you can see down here, it's now 20. Encrypt decrypted files. Now that's done, we've got to go back to where our save game is, which was here, I believe. Okay, so this is the one we just modified, right? And we made it into 20, I believe, didn't we? Let's just make sure, right? You might want to make sure. Yep, there we go, 20. So we'll just change that as well, the folder name to 20 instead of 2. Now I can copy that across to my USB and load it up in my machine, and it will not want to overwrite anymore. I will try and do an example and hope it doesn't corrupt the recording, because I'm going to have to unplug my connection to my PS3 to put the USB in. When I say USB, obviously I mean flash drive, but I think that's more of an American term or something. I really don't know. So I'm just going to open that in a separate window. I like to do things this way, even though it's more stress on the computer, honestly. Moving the windows around like that too, also, it stresses the computer out. Especially when you got old computers like me. As you can see, here's one I made, 500. But anyhow, now I can copy that. No, I didn't switch it back, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, so I'll put that on my USB. Now we'll go back to the PS3. Plug back in my capture device. And I'll have to reset that most likely. Oh, no, don't have to reset it. So I'll plug the flash drive back into my USB. And slot on the PS3. And that's it there. Now I can copy that save across without... Which one was it? I'm just going to quickly have a look here at what save game that was, because I don't remember what it looked like. I don't know what that's about either. So it's the one that looks like the starter save. Okay. So yeah, this one. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to be sure. And now we can copy that across. No worries. As you can see, it did not try to overwrite the old one. Oh. You know what? I'll delete it and I'm going to have to go back and show you that. Not that it really matters. I mean, I'm sure if you follow my tutorials by now, you can trust that it's not going to be corrupted. So what you do now, because that's a different number, like I'll show you my Skyrim folder. It's got 12 saved. Well, it's actually technically like 14 if you include that and the one I downloaded before when I was doing a tutorial. And that one's number 500. But yeah, that's 12, 11, 10, 9 and so forth, right? Before it was number 2, so I would have tried to overwrite one of those saves that are already on there. Whereas now, because we've changed the location that it saves in, it just copies straight across without overwriting anything. And now you can play that on your own machine. It's re-signed, it's been changed to the right region, and it's had its number rechanged. So now I can load it up in the game. I'm just going to have to deactivate and reactivate my Elgato because it always disconnects right there when you're loading a game up for some reason. It's weird how that works. It's kind of like these machines sort of reset themselves when they're loading a game, if that makes sense. When you're loading PS1 and PS2 games, it does a full reset sort of thing. But yeah, I never realized it till I hooked the Elgato up that it does it on PS3 games too. It's just not obvious. You can't see it. Oh, jeez, we don't need that, do we? There we go. That's what we want. Full screen. As it is, we're limited to 720p. I don't know if it's the computer or the capture device, but stuck with 720p at the moment. By the way, yeah, Josh Hawks and Death Dealer, they made this Elite edition of Skyrim, which makes it so on my jailbreak I can add mods. At the moment, it's just got the basic mods that come with the, well, it is a mod in itself, the customizable version of Skyrim. So what would happen is if you don't re-sign it, when you load it up here, right, as soon as you click OK at the end of this loading screen, it will normally come the warning saying this save belongs to another user. But it didn't do it because we re-signed it. It also didn't overwrite the old save, and yeah, everything's all good. So that's the 3 main reasons why a save might not work when you try to download one or whatever, use one off another machine, or you got to get the ID right, the region right, and yeah, you might not want to overwrite your old saves. Any other reason that it doesn't work is probably because you did the process wrong and corrupted it. So make sure you follow every step closely. There we go.
No care of Rorikstead.
I hope that
No,
helps
I'm
somebody.
not a rebel. You
And
can't do this.
I hope you have a good day.
Halt!
Take
You're not
care.
gonna kill me.